Hello, everyone. My name is Jared, and welcome to the Anime Ashtray. I got a little bit different of a video for you all today. Long before I started making manga-related YouTube videos, I watched a lot of manga YouTubers. Been subscribed to a lot of them for a long time, and I always enjoyed manga tag videos. It's a really good way to get to know the person behind or in front of the camera. And finally, I was finally tagged in one of them. A big thanks to MacZ 2021. Big thanks, man. Thank you so much for tagging me in this. I wanted to make one of these for a long time, but I wanted my first one to be because somebody tagged me personally. We have 10 questions here, so let's get started. Question number one. Oh, if you see me looking off to the side here, that's because I'm looking at my computer screen, and that's where all the questions are written down on. Question number one. What are you reading right now? Where I am reading Pluto, Volume 8. This is the final volume of the series, and holy crap. Holy crap. It has been an incredible, incredible ride so far. This is completely different than any manga I've ever read. I've been staring at this volume for about a day and a half now, not wanting to finish it. I've been enjoying the series so much that I don't want it to come to an end, but at the same time, I need to see how it ends. So I've been very conflicted. I'm going to start it tonight, and as soon as I finish it, I'm going to let it mill around a little bit. I'll definitely be making a recommendation for it. But yes, what I'm currently reading is Volume 8 of Pluto. Question number two. What is your guilty pleasure manga? I don't have one, really. I've never really been one to be embarrassed or ashamed of reading something. If I like something and you don't, that's fine. I'm sure you like some things that I don't. I really don't see myself ever being embarrassed about reading something. Kind of a cop out answer. Sorry, but hey, that's how it is. Question number three. Have you ever cried reading a manga? Do you remember which volume? Yes, and yes. A Silent Voice, Volume 7. I made a recommendation video of this manga, and it is easily in my top 5 of all time, probably more closer to the top 3 of all time. I had such a good time reading this manga. It was heartbreaking, it was heartwarming, and just by the end of this, my eyes were getting a little wet. I wouldn't say that I cried, but definitely got emotional, that's for sure. Question number four. What is a manga you like in a genre you don't normally ever read? My love story. I do not like shoujo manga. I'm not a big fan of romance. I enjoy it, but not romance centered manga. I don't like the love triangles. I don't like the drama. I'm a very blunt person in real life. It bothers me when characters can't speak what they're feeling or, just blurt it out. Just say it already. A lot of the times is what I find myself thinking when I'm reading. But my love story, the characters are enjoyable, they're relatable. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It is hilarious. It's just awesome. And it's not your stereotypical really cute girl, really cute guy. It's a cute girl and a ogre looking guy. It's great. It's great. Let's see what's next. Question five. Pick one. Seinen, shoujo, or shonen? Well, you already know my thoughts on shoujo. I don't like shonen, but I definitely do like seinen. Shonen are usually a little too long for my taste. Seinen I enjoy for the more mature aspect of it. They're geared towards adults, and the stories are usually a lot more compact and not as drawn out. So Definitely Seinen. Definitely Seinen. All right, what's next? What's next? Question 6. What is your favorite manga world and why? That's I'm gonna go with Vinland Saga. It was a close tie between Vinland Saga and Berserk, but since I'm such a history nerd in real life, uh, I love the setting of Vinland Saga. It takes place in a time that actually happened, the 11th century, where when the Danes and the Vikings were invading England. So absolutely love that. That's probably my favorite, historical period to study. So yes, Vinland Saga is my favorite manga world because it's basically our world with fictional characters. Question number 7. Most underrated series that I own. I don't own a lot of underrated series, not series that people with like thousands of volumes in their collection would consider underrated. So I'm going to go with Genshiken. A lot of people know about this, um, but not a lot of people talk about it. I personally haven't read it yet, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. I just don't see a lot of people talking about it, and that's a shame. But I will definitely let you guys know what I think when I eventually read it, which will be soon, hopefully. Question number 8. Is that yeah? What is a series that you don't own but want the most in my collection or want to start collecting? Some of these questions are kind of worded strangely. Um, I have to say Vagabond is up there. I'm not a huge fan of samurai, but that art that's displayed when you line up all the spines together, that's going to look pretty damn good on a shelf. Uh, yeah, so I'm going to go with Vagabond on that one. It kind of leads into the next one. Question 9. Do you have a manga with a favorite spine aesthetic? Once again, I think I'm going to go with Vinland Saga. Looks pretty boring, right? Well, you would be right. But I find the beauty is in its simplicity. Every volume is hard backed, which is beautiful, and they're all different colors. So when you line them all up, they kind of look like the Rainbow Bridge to Valhalla. And considering it's about Vikings, I find that very appropriate. So yeah, I think those are my favorite spines when I'm looking at something on my shelf. I love that look the most. All right, for the 10th and final question, unread series on your shelf that you're most looking forward to reading. I'm going to kind of alter this one a little bit. I'm going to go with the series that I'm looking forward to read the most and the volume that I'm looking forward to read the most. We'll start with the series. Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin. I only have 2 volumes of this, but everything I've heard about it, everyone says it's freaking amazing. I love giant robots. Giant robots are awesome. If you don't love giant robots, you're wrong. Just kidding. But yes, Gundam is a franchise, a series that everyone knows about. And I hear the artist for this draws everything freehand, no wire skeletons, no nothing. Really, really looking forward to reading this. Now, on to my little caveat that I added. The volume that I'm looking forward to read the most that I haven't read yet, which is surprisingly not Pluto, as much as I'm loving that. I'm loving the series more. Vinland Saga, Book 8. I know Vinland Saga's come up 3 times in this review, or these questions. I'm sorry, but I freaking love that series. That's the most current book. It's 2 volumes per book, so it's technically 2 volumes, but it's definitely what I am looking forward to reading the most. That was a lot of fun. Like I said, I really love watching these kind of videos. I'm sure a lot of people have already been tagged in this one, so I'm not exactly sure who to tag, so I'm just going to leave it open. If you want to participate, go right ahead. Thanks again to MaxZ2020 21. I'll leave his channel in the description below. Check him out. Thank you so much for tagging me. This is a hell of a lot of fun, and I really hope I get to do more in the future. I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble for over 10 minutes. And until next time, thank you very much for watching.